Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. And we rise now for the English national anthem. Well, that was impressive. Match that. Well, there are plenty looking forward to seeing this, a capacity crowd here.
Well, with nothing resting on this, Peter, I'm hoping that there'll be more impetus for the players to just enjoy the game with the pressure off, try out a few different things, and we get something open and free-flowing.
So it's away we go then. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this player, Anthony Gordon, is someone who's really impressed me in recent games. He's very hard-working, quite versatile, he has an excellent attitude, and he just keeps on ploughing away. I'm just curious to see whether he'll be allowed to operate more like an inside forward, because that's when he seems to be at his most productive.
Well, quite no argument from me on that one. Kane. Out to the left it goes. That's tidy. Gordon. Real chance! That's a half-decent try.
Gordon usually is so good from that range. He didn't quite connect as he can, though.
Inacio played over towards the opposite flank. João Neves. That's really well manoeuvred. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bernardo Silva has it out wide and in space. And that is out of play. Oh, smashing header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
And it's been taken short. Tries a deft little ball. Can he finish? Rice. Menu shifted upfield. And it's Palmer. Kane, oh, good spread. Menu. João Cancelo, cleared, tries a shot! And the ball's come loose here. Palmer. Menu. Spence. Menu. Knocks it out wide. And here's Menu. Great defending, strong and determined. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's Kane. Inacio, yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. He's trying the shot. That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Rice plays it short. Oh, what a climb! Well, couldn't quite control it.
You really could have done with engaging those crossers much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes. Played out towards the right wing. Lovely feet. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And here's Gordon. Nice control. Gordon hangs one in. João Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Araujo. João Cancelo. Now it's Kane. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Araujo gets it away. It's run loose here. And it's White. Menu. And here's Kane. It's Kane! And it's a goal!
What a super start. A total shocker for the opponents. Talk about how to wrestle control. That's how you do it.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Kane demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Portugal finding themselves unexpectedly behind. João Cancelo. João Cancelo chooses to go cross-field. White cuts it out. Bellingham forwards and with intent. Gordon. Kane. Played down the flank. Aimed in towards the centre. And that's been well dealt with.
England clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route. Spence clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call.
Climbs up big! And the header is disappointing in the end.
England, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Rice.
England, well, Peter, look how far up the fullbacks are getting now. This is really high.
And constantly after the ball, aren't they?
Yeah, I think they're weighing up their options to see how long they can sustain this and suppress those wide opposition players.
And it's Mendes. Bruno Mendes. He's shifting through the gears here. It's a mighty effort! Another header, but again the same outcome.
Yeah, nothing overly wrong with the way the ball's been played in. They just need to make it count.
Menu. Palmer. Ah, such a clever touch. And here's Menu. Gordon takes a shot!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Vitinha. Mendes is onto it in a flash. White. Portugal suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
Look, they've simply been punished for a sleepy start. Time for that wake-up call.
Vitinha wins the duel this time. And it's played forward. João Neves. And it's Cancelo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Really well taken goal. Portugal are level. Perfect placement. The one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Portugal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Played out to the right. Showing good feet. Palmer. Palmer! Goal, England! And again they hit the front. A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
England go into the lead. Bernardo Silva. Vitinha looks to the other side. João Cancelo. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Bruno Fernandes. That is a brilliant interception. Moved on forwards. Palmer. And it's Bruno Fernandes. João Cancelo. Bernardo Silva. Gehi gets rid without sophistication. João Neves. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. João Neves showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And it's Cancelo. Receives it in a good... It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Up he goes! Didn't quite get enough on that.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending.
Gehi. Menu. White. And here's Kane. Pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Kane really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Bruno Fernandes, spread out to the left. White, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Inacio makes the interception. Out to the right. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Vitinha with the short one. Oh, sweet feet. There are a few waiting for it. He is just caressing the ball. Tries to get it clear. João Neves. Bellingham. Bellingham played into space. And there's green grass ahead of him. And he's managed to get free. João Neves. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. João Neves. Rice did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Bellingham. Now it's Gordon. Palmer. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. Araujo. Oh, can he get onto this? And it's Mendes. Vitinha. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Bellingham. Thinks one through. Oh, that's clever. João Cancelo. Inacio, gently done. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And he goes cross-field. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva played out towards the right wing. Pedro Neto. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Mendes gets across to intercept that. And it's Bernardo Silva. And the finish! And a chance! It's anyone's ball now. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Takes the shot! Good hit, kept the keeper honest. Gehi, aim forwards. Bellingham. Now it's Kane. Kane. Oh, good spread. Mendes does really well to win the ball there. João Neves. Vitinha. Vitinha shifted upfield. And it's Kane. Bellingham. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Oh, it's come to nothing. Nuno Mendes. Played towards the other side. João Cancelo. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Lovely, now then. Cristiano Ronaldo! And again the keeper stands strong. Bellingham with the clearance. Palmer has found the net here, of course. And here's Kane. Kane. And there's the shot! Bernardo Silva. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. Moved on forwards. Spence cuts out the pass. Menu, who's set up one goal so far. Palmer. Pedro Neto, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Played out to the right. Menu. Palmer. And here's Kane. Bellingham. Over to the left. Menu. Played out wide. Palmer. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. Great work on the overlap. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And here's Neto. And it's Bernardo Silva. And Bernardo Silva! Yehi. Tomori. Palmer. Tomori, gently done. And here's Kane. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, great header! White has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Araujo getting this one clear. Gordon. Time to deliver. Across it goes. Brilliantly cut out. And it's played forward. White. Araujo forwards and with intent. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Kane. He's had a shot!
Kane really had a clever trick to shake off his opponent then, but he's left shaking his own head in disappointment.
Played cross-field, changing the point of attack. Crunching tackle. And it's White. Menu. Portugal are still behind as we reach out for half-time. Vitinha. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Bernardo Silva. Spence. Gordon chasing after it. Well, nicely intercepted. Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha shifted upfield. Good ball, good... Bruno Fernandes! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Yehi forwards and with intent. Bellingham. And it's Kane. Played into space. It's a throw-in. Bellingham. Now it's Palmer. Palmer. There's the header! Kane is flagged offside. Diogo Costa, long ball by the goalkeeper. Gordon. Great defending, strong and determined. And that's put paid to a promising move. Out to the right. Nuno Mendes. Palmer. White. Rice. And it's Spence. Gordon. Bellingham played out to the left flank. Gordon. Now who's going to be first to this? Spence crossed. A mighty effort! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
Kane really isn't happy with himself after that, having done so well to get on the end of it too.
Araujo, and he goes cross-field. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. Araujo, aim forwards. Oh, that's well done, really robust. Oh, it's come loose. João Cancelo. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. And it's played forward. Kane. And it's Kane. He's found a way through. Palmer. There's the shot. A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Played towards the other side. Bernardo Silva. Vitinha, gently done. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Try to keep this alive. Spence. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Tomori. Menu. Kane. Menu. Tomori. Menu. Rice. Gordon. Rice. Bellingham. cross needs to be good.
It was hopeful, to say the least. You need more men inside the box, more movement, otherwise it's pretty much a waste.
And it's half-time here. Leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period. Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Portugal can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
And it's Palmer. João Cancelo getting this one clear. Now that's well seen too. And the counter is on. And he's there to clear it. They've won a corner. It's the throw. Moved on forwards. João Neves. João Neves chooses to go cross-field. White. Palmer. White. Palmer gets a cross in. And that has been cleared.
England clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Gordon. And it's Kane. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham played out towards the right wing. A lot of space ahead of him. Not pretty, but it gets the job done.
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance for a shot! Palmer. White. Palmer. White. White making good progress on the right-hand side. Bellingham looking to get on the end of this. Oh, Red, nice interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Vitinha. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Rice. And here's Kane. Kane! Oh, just lacked a decent finish. That's really well manoeuvred. João Neves. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo. And it's Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto! kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
They've played it short. Bruno Fernandes. Vitinha moves short. Vitinha. Plenty waiting in the middle. Shot a goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And here's Bernardo Silva. And it's Cancelo. Pedro Neto. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Kane. Kane spread out to the left. And here's Gordon. João Neves wins the duel this time.
Gordon really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Vitinha. Out to the left it goes. Well timed, excellent interception. Chance here to counter. White. Palmer forwards and with intent. Araujo. João Neves. Araujo. João Neves. Pedro Neto. João Cancelo, and that's aimed into the middle. Can he deliver? That's very neat. Hit it, climbs up big! That needed to be better, and he knows it.
England, well, the manager clearly has to react to this and tactically change what's happening. It's too easy for them to get in.
Tomori shifted upfield. Bellingham. Portugal really looking to get back into this at the start of the second half. Bellingham. And here's Kane. He's gone for goal! No, not quite.
England really have been deserted by their composure and allowed frustration to take over, and it's not a good sign.
Araujo, gently done. They're trying everything to subdue him here.
Well, he's profited handsomely already in this match, and at last their sense of danger has brought them to a possible solution.
Bernardo Silva. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, perfectly measured that. Kane. It's Kane! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Rice with the short one. Spence, back when it goes. He's had a shot! Bruno Fernandes. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Cancelo. Bruno Fernandes. Gordon. Rice. Rice, played over towards the opposite flank. White. Palmer. Kane. And here's Gordon. And it's played forward. And he's cut it out. The referee has given a corner. Rice plays it short. He's got to be in here! Oh, he's got a crucial block in there. João Cancelo did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Spence. Oh, that's neat. Araujo. João Cancelo, aim forwards. Now it's Pedro Neto. Nuno Mendes. And here's Neto. Bruno Fernandes. Decent chance! It's there! Again, we are level. What a contest! Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. Killer pass, perfectly delivered.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Bellingham. And it's Spence. And here's Gordon. And here's Kane. Inacio, gently done. Nuno Mendes. Inacio looks to the other side. Oh, can he get onto this? João Cancelo. It's a good run down the right. That is lovely. In by Cancelo. Tomori. Menu. Palmer. Vitinha. Pedro Neto. Over to the left. João Cancelo. Ronaldo opts to play it back. And the shot! He's got away with one there. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Moved on forwards. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto. Out to the left it goes. Dealt with nicely by the defence. That'll be a throw-in.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bernardo Silva. Now then, the ball's come loose. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Spence. Gordon, spread out to the left. Gordon, played out to the left flank. That is good strength. Oh, that's nice. So who's he picking out? Gordon. Now it's Bellingham. Bellingham spread out to the left. Bernardo Silva. And now the breakaway. Cristiano Ronaldo. Out to the left it goes. Cristiano Ronaldo. Great defending, strong and determined. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Only partially clear. Bernardo Silva! They just took too long getting forward.
Bernardo Silva simply took an age to make his mind up, Peter, when urgency was the single requirement.
Gehi. Rice forwards and with intent. And it's Spence. He is through here. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Needs a bit of penetration to go with all this possession. Gonzalo Inacio. Mendes looks to get on the end of this. Tomori. White. Palmer. And it's played forward. Kane. Menu. And here's Bellingham. Bellingham, oh, good spread. Now it's Palmer. He's having a shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Kane clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Bruno Fernandes. That's really well manoeuvred. And it's Bernardo Silva. And here's Bruno Fernandes. And that has been clubbed away. And claimed it back swiftly. Gordon producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Gehi. Tomori. Pedro Neto. He has found the way through. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Tomori. Palmer. White. England can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. Gordon. João Cancelo gets over and intercepts. Bernardo Silva, and it's lofted through here. Cleared away. Spence going full steam ahead down the left flank. Spence. That's good play. Now here's the delivery. Oh, that's overhit. Araujo shifted upfield. Played towards the other side. Mendes chasing after it. Menu. And it's Palmer. Kane. White. And he's running through. Oh, it's come loose. Tomori gets it clear. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Gonzalo Inacio. Vitinha. Bernardo Silva. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too. Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Good spell of possession this, but very little to show for it. Tomori. Palmer. Menu calmly anticipates. Vitinha. João Neves. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Pedro Neto! And no, he couldn't find the finish. Palmer. England have reclaimed it. White. This is it then, now or never.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's got away. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Gehi attempts a clearance. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. They've played it short. João Cancelo. And here's Vitinha. Looks across, gets his head on it! Goal! Portugal! And the comeback is complete! Simple, certain, effective. He just guided it in.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Gordon. Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. And he cuts out the supply.
England really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Gordon. And here's Kane.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Gordon. Rice. Palmer. Bellingham. Menu, aim forwards. Bellingham. And it's White. Out towards the flank. Chance! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! England are back in business. You run short of superlatives. That was extra special. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Moved on forwards. Pedro Neto. Mendes looking to run onto it. Shapes to shoot! Worth a try, but not this time.
Pedro Neto cannot be faulted for trying. It was asking to be hit just a bit straighter.
Referee's given a throw. Bernardo Silva. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Looking for a decent ball in. Bellingham.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
That has been cut short. And it's Cancelo. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Big chance, corner. Oh, the clearance is short. Bruno Mendes. Now it's Bernardo Silva. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Cleared without complication. João Neves. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, nice touch. Needs a quality cross. Lovely bit of skill. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the outcome he wanted.
You really could have done with engaging those crosses much higher up the pitch there. This isn't good defending. think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Over to the left. Very nicely done. Looking here to chip it through. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Gehi. Spence.
They're making life really hard for themselves. The ball needs to be in the mixer, not there.
Spence. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Chance for a cross, maybe now or never.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Rice. Oh, it's played into the area.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Rice looking for a runner. Cleared away. Gordon's cross. Great chance! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Bellingham actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Keeper's dealt with that, and he shoots! It's off target and by quite a way.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
No way through, so back it comes. Spence's cross. And he's there to clear it. And it's White. Gonzalo Inacio. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Pedro Neto. And here's Bruno Fernandes. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now it's Gordon. Proves too strong. Bruno Fernandes. Bernardo Silva, gently done. Gets it away. Gehi. Menu, and it's played forward. White. Now it's Palmer. Kane. Could move up a gear here, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bruno Fernandes. Portugal don't have many options. There's the shot! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
João Cancelo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Some movement on the bench, and we are going to see a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Still inseparable. We have penalties.
Well, I think many on that pitch were ready for the final whistle to come, so let's hope that there's still plenty of energy about.
And so they prepare themselves to settle it from the spot. Boy, you can feel the tension. So this one to set the tone. And he puts them one up.
You need a very strong mind in those situations. Any penalty that goes in is a good one.
And stepping up, the skipper. Big character, big moment, big save.
Oh, the keeper's done brilliantly to keep his eye on the ball and make such a great save.
Portugal are now able to take a giant step towards where they want to be. And that doubles their lead. England, so down by 2, another miss can be game, set and match. And he puts it away.
I thought he did really well to hold his nerve then and score that penalty.
Portugal are putting real pressure on here if they put this away. Oh, and the keeper guessed right too. And he's put them 2 in front. England can't afford to miss another one. Keeper's gone the wrong way.
Good penalty, completely wrong-footed the keeper.
Portugal are looking for comfort. Saved! Keeper's done brilliantly.
Well, it was a possibility of happening like that. The way he was moving beforehand, very good save.
Oh, it's a really good save.
Well, he had a little look at the goalkeeper, and maybe that put him off.
Vitinha is able to finish it here. He's buried it, and he's won it. Portugal have won it by the barest of margins. 2 sides more or less inseparable until the final kick of the ball from the spot.
Well, what a way to finish a long, hard match. Those players can be really proud of their effort to have come out on top. That was far from easy.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.